Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Living in Colorado Springs and I am Alicia Armendariz. And today I'm going to be talking about another neighborhood, diving into what it looks like, some things that are around it. I'm going to be talking about historic North End or Old North End. It's referred to both here in town. This neighborhood's going to be on the north end of downtown, and it just has a lot of characteristics that you might find interesting. So stay tuned to learn all about historic North End. And also, if you haven't though, hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified when I make new videos each week on everything that is living in Colorado Springs. And also, if you have any questions on anything I mentioned here today or just other neighborhoods here in town, the home buying, selling process, let me help you with that also. Feel free to reach out. So without further ado though, let's get into it. So to begin, Old North End, or just North End, does sit north of our downtown. Our downtown is a little bit small, but it kind of reflects the size of our city. It still has everything to offer that you would expect out of a downtown. It has shopping, retail, restaurants, nightlife, just a variety of things to do, businesses, condominium living, what have you. So if you want to be close to our downtown without actually living in all that hustle and bustle, you might want to look into historic North End. This neighborhood does sit, like I said, just north of downtown, probably about half a mile to a mile. The neighborhood technically starts at Uinta and goes north to about Monument Creek. 2 or 3 of the main roads that kind of run from our southern downtown all the way through North End are Cascade, Tejon, Nevada. Those are going to be some of the major roads, and then you're going to have like the little side streets with various names. But Cascade, Tejon, and Nevada, they do run, like I said, through our downtown and then through North End. And the homes that you can expect in this area are going to be Victorian style. They're going to be built from the late 1800s to early 1900s. I will say the majority that I do see though are like 1895, 1896, but you do see some as late, being built as 1920. So you're going to have that Victorian style. The homes on average are going to have 3 to 4 bedrooms. They're going to be 4 to 5 bathrooms. They're going to have detached car garage, either 1 or 2, but for the most part they're going to have the detached car garage, which you can access from the alleys. This neighborhood does have back alleys that you can pull into, and somewhat large lots, and they are going to have the characteristics that you would think of with a traditional Victorian home. They're going to have a lot of that beautiful, unique woodwork. They're going to have large front patios. They're going to have tall ceilings, that ornate cut glass, bay windows. I mean, like that new kind of French style or country style wainscoting throughout bathrooms and kitchens. A lot of the homes in the neighborhood are still very traditional in their look. We do have some investors and other just people coming in that are making them more modern, but a lot of the homes do still have that natural charm with that old wood, the wood floors, and what have you. So because these homes are all so unique from one another, the home prices just kind of vary, and also depends on the location. The neighborhood does sit kind of next to Monument Creek, just to the west of the neighborhood, and then also a few blocks down is a city golf course, which I'll get into in a little bit here. But there's just a lot of things nearby that kind of make each home vary in price. Overall, you can see these Victorian style homes though range between $300,000 to $1 million, and those on the higher end are going to be the ones that have been updated, have a larger square footage of home, have a larger square footage lot. And I'm going to say though, on average, what we're seeing right now, 2021, the average list price in this neighborhood is between $500,000 to $800,000. They're not going to be open concept like we're seeing nowadays. Just the way that they're built, it'd be kind of hard to be knocking out walls. So I would expect in these homes, for all the characteristics that you're going to see, you are going to have those designated like living room, kitchen, dining room, several blocked off rooms. Just taking out walls in a home that old with that type of structure would be kind of hard to get an open concept. But again, I think that's one of the reasons that I like it, because it does give it character, and each room can kind of have its own vibe, its own color scheme, and what have you. This neighborhood does sit in District 11, so if you do have kiddos, probably going to send them to District 11. The high school in that area is going to be Palmer High, and that is actually closer towards downtown itself. It is walking distance, and I see a bunch of kiddos all the time at lunchtime out and about, walking home, walking to lunch, just hanging out downtown in general. There's a park in our downtown that's catty corner from the high school. So Palmer High School, not far from North End neighborhood. North End neighborhood is also a great neighborhood because it is kind of located centrally in town. Like I said, it is just north of downtown itself, so obviously you're going to have access to all of that retail, shopping, restaurants, hotels, movie theaters, nightlife, bars, what have you. So you already have access to that. Also, Uinta, where the neighborhood kind of starts, is just about a quarter mile from the interstate. So if you just shoot west about a quarter mile, if that, you can jump on I-25, take you north or south, easy access there. Within the neighborhood is also Penrose Hospital. Penrose Hospital is a very well-known hospital here in town. It has received many awards every year. They have specialty, I believe, in cancer care. They have a hospice, in-living hospice, and a couple other things. So that's really nice. You can see as you're driving down Nevada, Tejon, Cascade, you will run into the hospital. Also in the neighborhood is CC College, although also known as Colorado College. Colorado College was actually built around the late 1800s also, so its architecture reflects kind of what the homes look like. And a lot of the college actually, because it's a private college, it's rather small. The classrooms, the buildings, the departments, they're actually in some of the older Victorian homes the college has built. The college has bought and converted those homes into, the art department, the science department, what have you. You'll also see a lot of those Victorian homes also converted by small businesses. In the neighborhood, there are a lot of law offices, a dentist office, maybe a small salon. Because they're unique structures and they don't have the open concept, they are really good for those that want to come in and turn it into a business. The area is zoned for that, and because the rooms are designated, what is a living room, is a dining room, you can actually turn that into small sections and make it kind of a waiting room if you have an office and what have you. Also, just east of the neighborhood, a few blocks, is Patty Jewett Golf Course. Patty Jewett Golf Course is a public course. It's actually, I believe, the oldest public golf course west of the Mississippi. Someone told me that. I've read that several times. I don't know if I believe that, but I do know the golf course has been around since the late 1800s also, and is a very beautiful course. The course has great views of Pikes Peak. It also has a really good bar and grill inside. The clubhouse, you don't have to be a golfer to have to use the clubhouse. They have a great menu, and for a long time, they had the best prime rib in town. I don't know if they still do, but you should look into that. I'm actually gonna look into that because they have really good food. They do have live music occasionally. I don't know how things are going with COVID right now, but they do stay open later than the golf course, so if you're looking for some good food, possible live entertainment, definitely check out the bar and grill at the Patty Jewett Golf Course, and just check out the golf course if you are a golfer. It's a pretty decent course. It has 2 different courses, has an area, for chipping, putting, practicing on the driving range, what have you. And I will say that is where the majority of people in town do go. The rates are pretty affordable. It is centrally located in town, and it is one of our best public courses here. Well, there you go, guys. There's a little insight into historic North End neighborhood here in Colorado Springs. If you have any questions over anything I mentioned here today, please feel free to reach out to me. If you have any questions in general about any other neighborhood here or just living in Colorado Springs, I would love to help you answer those questions also. And if you haven't, please again, let me remind you to hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified when I make new videos each week on everything that is living in Colorado Springs. So until next time, I hope you guys have a good one.